earth is going on? Kevin Durant has officially requested a trade out of Brooklyn. All right, let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA, and here to talk about this breaking NBA news about Kevin Durant. Yes, KD requesting a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, and this comes after Kyrie Irving opted in to his contract, basically guaranteeing that he's going to be in Brooklyn this upcoming season. Wow. A lot to digest here. All right, people, so let's start with, obviously, Kevin Durant requesting the trade. And Shams reported this, Woj reported it. Like, this is legitimate, all right? There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this. But why is Kevin Durant requesting a trade? Let's talk about that. Kevin Durant, had reports about him that he was going to possibly want out when the whole Kyrie Irving saga was happening, right? We didn't know if he was going to opt in or if he was going to be a free agent. And it made all the sense in the world if Kyrie had left in free agency for KD to want out. But when Kyrie opts in and you got him for another year, Ben Simmons obviously going to be healthy this year, you think. And the Nets on paper, right, look to be contenders. You would think Kevin Durant wants to be there. But no, he wants out. And my thing is, again, this is just me. Obviously, my thoughts on this. I believe his relationship with Kyrie Irving probably deteriorated because it seems like they did not have any contact since Kyrie Irving opted in. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, I think Kevin Durant sees the reality of the situation, which is the Brooklyn Nets team just isn't very good, right? On paper, they seem to be good, but we're talking about a team that got swept, again, in the first round by the Boston Celtics. Now, you could say, Faiz, Ben Simmons wasn't there, but let me tell you this. Do you really want to depend on Ben Simmons? No. He's the last guy I would depend on. And the other thing, too, is taking a look at the roster, right, for the Brooklyn Nets, it just wasn't very, very good. Like, they had talent, but you're talking about a couple of washed-up pieces, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, guys that can't hit free throws like Nick Claxton. Joe Harris was hurt. Patty Mills, undersized point guard there, like lack of wings, lack of defense. It just wasn't as good of a situation as you would have thought. All right? And here's the thing. KD saw how good the Warriors are. He saw how good the Celtics are. He saw how good the Bucks are. And he's thinking, there's no way I'm getting out of the East with this Brooklyn Nets team. So that's probably why he wants out. Or at least that's what logically to me makes sense. Maybe he's just tired of Brooklyn. Maybe he wants to change the scenery. Either which way, let's focus on his potential trade destinations, all right? From what I've seen, it does seem like Kevin Durant has a preferred list. Now, the only team that I've seen that has been reported by a legitimate source, this is from Crispy Haynes of Yahoo, I believe. He said Phoenix is atop the destination list for Kevin Durant. So Phoenix is one of them. And I didn't tell you this right off the bat, okay? Kevin Durant, for his next destination, in the words of Charles Barkley, has to be the bus driver. All right? KD was that in Brooklyn. He still wants out, so he has to go to a team where he is the bus driver, right? His whole legacy right now is, can Kevin Durant do it as the guy and not be somebody who comes along for the ride? Now, with the Warriors, he did win those finals MVPs, but we all know with or without Kevin Durant, the Warriors were a title contender. And that's exactly what happened. They won before KD, and they won after KD. So if he goes to another team, that team, you better be damn sure KD's not only the best player on that team, but also, they can't win without him. Phoenix Suns are a title contender even without Kevin Durant. So I'm surprised KD has Phoenix on there. Now, if KD goes to the Suns, they are literally the title favorites, right? Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Obviously, DeAndre Ayton's probably not going to be there. He might go in the trade package back to the Brooklyn Nets. But, what are you sending? You're sending Ayton, Bridges. The haul for Kevin Durant, the starting price for this guy is going to be insane. We're talking about a guy who still is under contract for 4 more years, superstar in his prime, and he is going to command arguably the biggest trade package in NBA history. He's a top 3 player in his prime. You're literally starting at 1 to 2 star players, another probably decent player, 3 minimum first round picks, and possibly more. Like, this is going to be a haul. So to me, it's kind of interesting because whatever team Kevin Durant goes to, that team's going to be gutted to trade for KD. So Phoenix, they're going to have to send a lot back, pretty much the entire team minus CP3 and Book to get Kevin Durant. Obviously, it could happen. That's one of the trade destinations. Other teams that make sense. What about the Chicago Bulls? My Chicago Bulls. Look, I would trade everyone on the roster minus Zach and DeMar. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I would think KD wants to play with those guys, right? You would have to trade Patrick Williams, Ayo Dosunmu, multiple first-round picks, maybe even the rookie we drafted, Dalen Terry, maybe even Nikola Vucevic. I'm okay with all that. Send them all, ship it. KD to the Bulls, instant title contender. Take a look at some of the other teams here. People talked about Miami. I don't know how that gets done if you don't send back Bam Adebayo. And then at that point, Jimmy and KD alone, is that enough to win a ring? Something to think about. Philly, is he going to reunite back with James Harden? There's a trade package out there for Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and picks. Like, that would be scary. KD, Embiid, Harden. Yeah, so, like, there are other teams in the mix here, people, but interesting situation to watch here. This is going to be a haul. The team that Kevin Durant goes to, he better be the bus driver. He better be the best player on the team. Again, with Philly, same situation. Is he going to be the best player on that team? You can make the argument, maybe Joel Embiid. He was almost damn near an MVP this year. So I don't know why Kevin Durant would go to a team like that, unless he just wants to win another ring easy like he did with the Warriors. But at that point, people are going to, get on him about his legacy, just like how they did for him going to Golden State. So it's going to be interesting to watch here. My prediction is Kevin Durant goes to obviously a team where he is going to be the guy, the main bus driver, if you will. And, Phoenix certainly seems like a major contender. But if I was Kevin Durant, I'm probably staying in the Eastern Conference so I can avoid the Golden State Warriors. But it seems like maybe he's running towards that challenge and not away from it, because maybe he does want Golden State. Maybe that's why he wants to go to Phoenix so he can beat the Warriors in the Western Conference. But I can't wait to see how this situation unravels. Free agency just got super duper spicy because of this KD news, and you are going to want to obviously be locked into the channel here, because I'm going to give you the updates that you need to hear. All right, people, so give me your thoughts on the KD situation. Where does he go? Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.